Hey there, guys. All right, today we are back with some more salmonella. If you saw, I think it was a couple. When this comes out, it'll be like a week ago, I think. I messed up. I made an oopsie. The produce poison or whatever. I mistitled it. Oops. Well, this time I won't mistitle this one. This is deformities that you might have. Before we dive in, make sure you go and check out the links in the description box below. I would love to join the Discord and follow me over at Twitch, playing through Baldur's Gate 3 because that game, oh, it's so fucking good, dude. Game of the year, game of the decade, game of the century, game of forever. Larian, like I played through Divinity Original Sin 2. I have the playthrough up on my gaming channel here on YouTube of the live streams. Um, and I thought that game overall was good. Gameplay was fun. Story overall, I thought was okay. I'd probably, if I had to rank story wise, I'd probably give it a 5 or a 6, just because they fumbled it at the end for my personal preference. And then gameplay was good overall up until the end as well, where I ended up needing to lower the difficulty just for the final boss fight. And I hate it when games have boss fights like that. So it's a personal preference. I I struggled. I couldn't figure out a way to beat that boss without lowering the final fight without lowering the difficulty. I just couldn't do it. But yeah. Anyways, Baldur's Gate 3 so far not having those issues. Anyways, deformities that we might have. Let's dive in.
Hey kids,
Hey,
guess
Dad.
what? You could be a freak of nature and not even know it.
Woo! Called my mental illnesses.
Yep, not every deformity is visible to the untrained eye. Today, we're going to talk about a few physical defects that you, the listener, might have. First is situs inversus. So situs inversus is when a person is born with some or all of their organs mirrored along the vertical axis. This can range from a heart that's on the right instead of the left to the entire body cavity being flipped around. The condition is
Huh.
pretty rare, affecting about 1 in every 10,000 people. According to Wikipedia, plenty
That's still millions of people, though. Reminder. 0.01% for the whole Earth population of humanity. Still millions of people. Numbers are weird.
of people live their lives with this condition without knowing about it. Considering that even little kids know that their heart is supposed to be on the left, I find this a little hard to believe, but who knows. At any rate, the first doctor visit where you find all this out sure would be interesting. Whoa, I think your testicles are on backwards. What? Hold on, maybe I'm just holding them weird. Let me just... no, yeah, they're definitely on backwards. I don't follow. It's not that hard a concept. The left one's on the right and the right one's on the left, that's all. Oh, okay. Does that mean anything? Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to be the guy with the backwards nutsack, but that's just me. What do you mean? Just, kind of weird, isn't it? What is weird about it? How are they different? Can you see it? Can you feel it? Is it dangerous? Look, I'm a doctor, not a cosmetologist, alright? Next is bell clapper deformity. This is a condition that affects 1 out of every 125 males. So in a normal nutsack, the nuts are anchored to the sack in a certain way that limits their mobility. But if you have bell clapper deformity, this anchor isn't present, meaning your nads are free to swing around much more independently than normal. Being that we, as males, don't often compare our scrotal dynamics with
You telling me you don't, Sam? You don't just go up to your homies, give it. I don't do that.
other men, most people aren't aware of their deformity, at least not at first. However, having free-floating testes comes with a significantly higher chance of suffering from testicular torsion, which is
Yeah.
where your sperm tube gets all twisted
Oh,
around as a result of rigorous exercise.
I knew a dude that had a burst ball in high school. I don't know if it. Man, the story that he told me of how it happened was he just sat in a chair and it just one of his balls went. I think he's just one ball in it now. I wonder if he had this deformity because I feel like that's something where that would happen, right? If they're so like, you know,
Or other mechanical means. This condition is extremely painful and oftentimes requires a visit to the hospital in order to prevent that nut from literally dying from hypoxia. Wait a minute, these aren't on backwards, they're just all twisted up. What? Fix them? Yeah, I'm trying. Try harder. Hey, you ever try to untangle a pair of earbuds through a plastic bag? This is like that except sweatier. Cut me some slack, alright? Don't get your balls in a twist. More of a twist. Next is the accessory spleen. So most of us have at least heard of this spleen. For those of you that don't know a lot about it, basically it's a softball-sized organ right around here that helps out your bloodstream and immune system. But apparently, 1 out of every 10 people have not 1, but 2 spleens. Sadly, the second spleen isn't another full-sized organ, but rather a little enclosed ball of spleen tissue about the size of a peanut M&M. Since it is self-enclosed, it's technically considered another organ. But because of its small size, it's not all that beneficial to have one or anything, it's just kinda there. Hey, I haven't seen you around before, are you new on campus? Oh, yeah, I just got here a couple days ago. Well, hey man, welcome to UCLA, if you want I can— Wrangle Rock! What is that? It's a good show! Oh, that's Toby. He's my accessory. Do you listen to The Offspring? Is it talking to me? Do you listen to The Offspring? Well, I mean, I used to when I was younger, not so much nowadays. Well, you're gonna go far, kid. I'm gonna go now. Do you think he got the reference? Yeah, Toby, I'm sure he did. Finally, we have fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. The only reason I'm including this one is because of something that happened in health class during my freshman year of high school. Our teacher was telling us all about how you should never drink during pregnancy. She also said that between 2 and 5% of people in the United States have some form of FASD. Then she goes, looking around the room, I do see a couple people that have the distinguishing facial features. Not gonna name names, of course. And then she just continued on with her lesson as if she didn't just drop a huge bombshell on all of us. So needless to say, this scared the shit out of me. Cause although I consider myself a little bit on the intellectual side, for all I know, I could have been lined up to be the next Einstein, and then my would-be genius brain just got Jaeger bombed into a merely above average one. So as soon as I got home, I pulled up a chart that showed all the distinguishing facial features for FASD, and compared it in the mirror. Thankfully, my philtrum was distinct and my upper lip was plump, so I'm in the clear as I know now. Statistically speaking though, there's a good chance that at least a few of the moms of the people watching this video are not the angels that they make themselves out to be. So, you know, food for thought. It really is a curse though, learning about this chart here.
Let's see, small head. Nope, don't got that low nasal bridge. Don't think so. Epicanthal folds. My parents didn't drink. My parents don't drink. Never mind. What am I doing?
Because the features are subtle enough that those who are affected still look normal to the average person. But once you're on the lookout for them, next thing you know, you're on Facebook, your friend posted pictures of her kid, all the comments are like, oh my god, he's so cute, what a perfect little guy. And you're the only person there who knows otherwise. Anyway, that's all for
I know what you did. You drank.
today. Till next time, I'm Salmonella, and thank you for watching.
And that was deformities that you might have. I don't have them. I don't have any of them. So, nice. I feel like that also was a pretty bad chart for that alcohol syndrome one or whatever. That's like, I don't know. It was one of those things where it kind of felt very much like this is what it would look like for white people. You know, that's a problem in the medical field, right? Where a lot of the signs of certain things are entirely skewed towards like this is what it looks like, this deformity or whatever looks like in white people, or whatever, right? And then for some things are going to look different on different skin colors and things like that, you know. There's a problem in the medical field I've heard online. So that's the vibe that alcohol syndrome photo gave me. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.